Hello guys, it's Shrimp Time here, and today we are going to have another interesting video. This video is all about the Boa Shrimps. Before we start our main topic, I want to thank a lot to Bente, my friend who allowed me to use his pictures of Boa Shrimps from SKYFISH, which got the gradation made by the SKYFISH, and thanks to that help I will be able to show you the main factors which are considered to be important in grading the Boa Shrimps. I think that there are many misconceptions about grading those shrimps, so in the second part of video you will see some pictures of shrimps with grading. And now we'll talk about general rules of shrimp grading, of Boa Shrimp grading, starting with my little project in the background. I'm working on my own Boa line, which maybe one day I will be able to show you in some context. Now let's go to our topic, how to grade the Boa Shrimps, what is important in grading those shrimps. So you need to remember that Boa Shrimps are the shrimps that were selected from Galaxy Pinto Stardust shrimps due to some patterns that occurred on the shrimps. You need to remember that good Boa Shrimp should have thick back fishbone line, but this line isn't so similar to fishbone because it's thicker, and you do not have the bones so nicely, so strongly showed on that pattern. You should have something like wavy pattern on those bones, and this is caused by the thickness. Many people over pressure on the cover of that back pattern, of that tail pattern. For example, this shrimp that you can see have a very strong pattern, and this isn't the best pattern that you are looking for in the Boa Shrimp. You need to remember that you have to have some balance between the white and the black, so that you will have some place for the spots. Second important thing, the coloration. Of course, we got a lot of white boas, but this isn't the thing that we are aiming for. We are aiming for this golden bluish coloration and the good proportion of that coloration, because quality of the Boa Shrimp is judged on that coloration. More bluish, more metallic, more goldish coloration will give you the better grade Boa Shrimp. Another important factor, of course, are the spots on the head. And in my opinion, judging on the gradation of SKYFISH and the results that he get, the head pattern also needs some balance. It cannot be overwhelming. You cannot have too much of that head pattern. You have to have some place for those blacks to occur as well, and you have to get some nice big spots on the head. But this pattern isn't the only important thing. Lastly, or one of the last factors quite important, are the spider legs, because the spider legs enhance the overall appearance of the shrimps. Those legs are something like the continuation of that pattern on the whole shrimp. You need to remember as well that those Boa Shrimps will get better coloration, better pattern if we talk about female, and they will get weaker pattern if we talk about males, because males generally are smaller, so the pattern won't develop so nicely as it does on the female shrimp. Of course, there's another important factor, and I think that this is the last factor, is the thickness of the pigmentation. It's obvious that you are looking for the pigmentation that will cover whole the body. Similar, if we talk about legs of those spiders' legs, you will want to get the best cover of that legs. Not only the pattern, the white and black or blue and black or gold and black legs that will appear, but you also want to get this cover of the pigmentation on the legs through whole leg, and those factors are making you to get the good boa shrimp. Of course, if you are purchasing boa shrimp, if you are looking for those shrimps, you need to remember that the phenotype, the way the shrimp look, is one thing. The second thing is genetics. And on Taiwan or other Asian countries, most people that are looking for a high-grade, high-priced shrimp, like the high-grade boa can be, because they can even cost more than thousands of dollars for one piece. You are looking to check the parents of the shrimps, the ancestors of the shrimps, because you will know what you will get from those shrimps, how those shrimps will breed. It is very important, because if you get a weak parents and those boa only occurred in the pack by the accident, and this is the start of boa line, then the chance to get a boa in next generation is quite low. If you get a boa shrimps that are made from boa shrimps and the ancestors are also boa shrimps, then you get higher and higher chance to get the good coloration, good pattern boa. I think that those are the most important factors which you have to consider if you are buying boa shrimps. Please leave me a comment. What do you think about those patterns? And what do you think about my little project that you could see in this part of the video? I'm trying to get something like bluish or goldish shrimps that will get those special patterns, more like python shrimps with stripes on the tail, not with the dots. Dots aren't so important for me, and this is why those shrimps that you will see are mainly focused on the coloration, the spider legs, and the pattern of the tail. The head pattern in this project isn't so important at this point for me. So guys, let's start. The first picture should occur, and here we got a boa male which is graded on S. So if we are talking about gradation, S is something like mid, SS is something like high, triple S it's premium shrimp, and then we got the triple S that is contest grade. This is the shrimp that we can take to the contest. And here we got the male. As you can see, this shrimp is graded as boa shrimp due to some factors that you can discuss about. Firstly, we got that pattern, a thick pattern going through the back of the shrimp. We got that wavy pattern. We got spider legs, and we got some decent dots. As you can see, the coloration of this shrimp is goldish. It's gold, it's not white, and this also helps to get it as a boa shrimp. Of course, some of my friends would say this is a galaxy fishbone, but I cannot agree, mainly due to those patterns that I talk about, and secondly because of the genetic of the shrimp, because it came from boa pack. So and as well it's a male, so we need to remember that male always will get some weaker appearance, and we got some transparency on this pigmentation, which also make the shrimp going only for the S grade, not for the higher grade. And now we got a beautiful, I think it's female, which is graded as SS, so high grade boa shrimp. As we can see, we got some bluish and goldish coloration covering the shrimp. We get some of body spots, but this is a low amount of those body spots, and we don't get in the shrimp so much of this beautiful spider leg pattern. On the other hand, we got very nice head pattern. It covers all the head, but we got those blacks to show off this beautiful pattern, and we got the beautiful thick back pattern that goes wavy. You see, we do not have this fishbone, those bones crossing the backline so defined. It's thicker, it's more chaotic, and this is why we call it a boa shrimp. As well, as you can see, we got a whole backline going from the tail to the head, and this is also very important. You can get a little spots that don't cover the backline, but generally it's very important. And we got a nice goldish tail, and those factors make this shrimp a nice boa shrimp. Now we're going to another SS grade. As you can see, we got lower amount of body spots, but we got more defined spots on the head. We also get those bluish color occurring in the shrimp, and a little bit of spider legs, but still not full coloration of the legs. As you can see, some factors can help to get higher coloration. This is also SS grade shrimp, and in this shrimp some of this bluish coloration will help to get the higher grade. We got also a bit of transparency in the body shell, which also limits the judgment, but this is an SS grade boa female. Now we'll go to another example of beautiful SS grade boa. As you can see, beautiful bluish color, some tail spots, not so big amount, and as well you can see those spider legs. You can see this decent head pattern with the spots, which isn't as that good, and also we got some transparency in the shell. This is very similar shrimp to the last one, but with a bit better coloration, but as well a bit weaker thickness of the pigmentation. And now in this shrimp you can see how some factors will grade up the shrimp. As you can see, we do not have a very nice legs in the shrimp. We get low coloration on the leg. These aren't the great spider legs. On the other hand, we got beautiful wavish pattern on the back side of the shrimp. We get great blue color with nice dots on the head and with nice spots on the tail. And those factors make the shrimp going SS grade. I think that if we didn't have those nice spots, especially on the tail in the shrimp and this bluish color, we wouldn't consider this shrimp as SS grade. We would say this is only S grade due to the leg coloration, the lack in the leg coloration. But thanks to that other factors that is very nice, very high, we can speak that this is SS grade shrimp. And you need to remember that those shrimps were graded by SKYFISH, so I think that he knows what he's doing because he invented the boa shrimp on the market. Now we got a male shrimp, and this is the thing that we talked about. We get nice spider leg, but other factors aren't as good. We got a little body spots on the tail and not so great face pattern. But this pattern shows that those face dots, that face pattern doesn't need to be only the big spots or a full coverage of the head. This isn't the only factor that makes a boa shrimp. You need to consider all the factors judging the shrimps you got when you are grading if this is a boa shrimp or not. And you need to remember as well that this shrimp is a male, so we'll get weaker pattern than if it's a female. And this is SS grade male due to those facts, due to those spots on the back line, due to those spider legs that are really nice on the shrimp. Some appearance can bring the shrimp higher, yeah, because you know that you can enhance those factors in the future, and due to the selection you can go in better coloration, and as well in the shrimp we got some bluish coloration on the head. And now guys, we are going to the top notch, to the best of the best if we are talking about boa shrimps. So this is SS grade shrimp. And what makes this shrimp so high grade? First of all, we can see a very nice spider legs. Secondly, we get great bluish color and this proportion of bluish color on the shrimp. Secondly, we got a decent fishbone with little lacks on the backline. But on the other hand, we got a very nice amount of the spots on the tail, which are very important if we are talking about boa shrimps. And we got a very nice this blue metallic coloration. We got also quite nice spots on the head. That spots are, how to say, they are in harmony with the black and with the whole body of the shrimp. You need to remember that when you are judging a shrimp, you need to look for the harmony of the pattern, for this golden ratio, let's call it like that. The whole shrimp should appear greatly, not one of the factors, yeah? So you need to judge the shrimp from the whole general look, and afterwards you need to judge the single patterns you see on that shrimp and ask if some of the pattern make this shrimp go higher in the grading or lower. And this shrimp also shows how important is the coloration, that the white coloration won't get the high grade. So guys, now going to the top-notch shrimps, the competition SSS grade, and you can see why this is the competition grade. First of all, the coloration, the great metallic coloration with a tint of gold, with beautiful white color going over the metallic blue coloration. We get spider legs in the shrimp, we get very nice tail pattern, we got a thick back line which is not overwhelming the shrimp and leaving the place for the black to occur on the tail and for the spots and dots going on whole tail with really nice amount. Another thing, the head pattern is just great. The whole view of the shrimp is in harmony. It's got everything in the amount it should have, and this makes a great boa shrimp, so different from the shrimps that you can buy on the market in regular price. And another good competition grade boa shrimps, similarly as the last one, we got very nice back pattern, very nice metallic with gold, with very good spots on the tail, very good head pattern. But even though we got a little bit of transparency on the shells in the bottom of the tail pattern, we still consider this as competition grade boa shrimps due to all other factors and those spider legs. So I hope, guys, that this video helped you to understand how you should grade boa shrimps, because I saw a lot of misconceptions on the market. A lot of people try to convince other people that some boas are higher grade that they really are. And I also see that some of the factors when we are looking at boa shrimps are overpriced or overjudged or overscored by the amateurs. They mainly think about a thick tail pattern and the big dots on the head, leaving the other factors beside. And in my opinion, this isn't the way to go. We should look on whole the shrimp, and we should consider all those factors that you were able to see in this video.